Hi, welcome back to Cat and Lily. I'm Cat.
And I'm Lily.
And today we're at Zoo Boise. So you're gonna get to see everything you can do at the Boise Zoo. So come on in.
Well, all the way over on the other side of the world, on the border of Vietnam and Laos, there's this special mountain range called the Annamite Mountains. And what's happening over there is there's a serious poaching issue, where poachers are going out and putting out traps just like these ones into the wild, and it's catching a lot of the animals, causing a variety of them to come really close to becoming extinct. Specifically this one, this is the Saola. They're not great pictures, because there were, at a time, only 7 in the wild. So they're like extremely close to becoming extinct, and now due to conservation projects, their numbers have started to rise. They're at like about 100 now.
So what is a Saola?
So it's kind of like, the best way I can kind of explain it is kind of like a horned deer.
Okay.
Essentially, like that's the closest comparison I can have. Yeah, they're actually called the Asian unicorn because they do have the big horns, and because of how rare they were at the time. And so basically what we're doing here at the zoo is raising funds to send over there. These people are rangers. We like to call them heroes. Basically, they're going out and removing all of these traps from the wilds and saving the animals. If you guys can see in these pictures, again, not great pictures, but that's about how many traps each person takes out in a day.
Wow.
So all of this, yeah. So this really starts to build up. There's that many traps over there, and it's not just 2 rangers. There's all these rangers out there removing these traps. They recently found a trap line that was actually just miles long. So it was just trap after trap after trap after trap for like 2 or 3 miles, catching all sorts of animals. Yeah. So obviously there's so many traps, and what started to happen was their government started to have a hard time affording it. So we started this fund to send money over there so that they could keep doing the good work that they're doing. Every 25 cents donated does remove 1 trap from the wild, and each trap can be used about 5 times, so it saves about 5 animals. But of course, just coming to the zoo today, 50 cents of your guys' entrance fee does go towards conservation. But they're designed really cleverly. This is a bird trap, so the bird will put their foot in here and it'll get caught, so it can't pull its foot back out. Yeah, so they're kind of sad. This is what this one does, if you can kind of see, is it loops around right here. So they like tie it to a tree, an animal steps in and pulls on it, and it tightens around it and it can't get away. And then this is kind of like a typical kind of bear trap style, where it opens up and they step on it and it closes on their foot. Yeah.
So how much money have the zoo teams raised this year?
So this year we raised about almost $2,300.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're getting, it's a really good year. That's a good amount for us to make.
No. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So these are the capybaras. They kind of look like cute large guinea pigs. This is a new part of the Gorongosa exhibit, where we have tents that you can actually come and camp out and spend the night at the zoo, which is a really cool experience. That way you can hear all the sounds the animals make, and you can do behind the scenes tours to see what do the animals do at night, because some of them are nocturnal, and that is the only time that they are really busy. So let's go around and we'll look inside the tents.
Kind of be scary hearing lions.
Yeah.
Do you think it would sound like that was right outside your tent?
Yup.
Yeah, and this tent's really big.
Yeah.
What about Weebow the gibbon, which should be
Oh
awake?
yeah, she'd be up all night.
I don't know how much sleep you guys would actually get.
Probably not a lot.
Sleepover.
Yay!
It would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tents. You could have your whole family out here.
So this is the largest of the tents, and they do want you to sleep as families here.
So how many people would this tent hold?
A lot.
This one looks like it would hold quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
What, maybe 6, 10 people?
Yeah.
I call the back corner.
You want the back corner?
I call the back corner.
Then you'd have to crawl over everybody to get out to go to the bathroom, though.
Oh.
It's okay. They can sleep.
So, he is really old. I don't know how old he is. But there's the girl all the way up there. And sometimes if she gets too close to him, he'll vomit. That's what they do when they're scared, because if someone's chasing a vulture. So if she gets too close to the old man, he throws up, because if they're scared, they throw up. Because imagine someone chasing you and then you throw up and it smells horrid. Do you want to chase them anymore?
No?
But they also pee on their feet to clean them. And I think it's really weird.
Crocodile.
So her name is Pandora. Would you want to swim with her?
No.
Be kind of scary, wouldn't it?
Yup.
So people living around Gorongosa National Park use river water for growing crops, drinking, cooking, and bathing. The presence of crocodiles can make entering the river dangerous, and so people have developed other methods of gathering water that avoids having to walk to the river's edge. Sounds like a smart idea, doesn't it?
Yes.
What kind of monkey is he?
Oh, they do. The littlest monkey right here, his name is Biggs.
Big.
And they actually will share the exhibit. The one is Biggs, he's a little bit bigger. Because right now they're concerned that they get hurt the netting out front. How old is he? He's only about 4. I think the oldest is 6.
Oh, he's 4 years old.
Yeah, the little guy. Yeah, so, and I don't remember, one of them is his brother. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's Luke or Leo or the names of the other two. And they put all this different break paper, it looks like trash, right? But that stuff is in there to give them something to play with. They are very curious. And most days, they have water here. It's just something else for them to, just jump to play with. Those red things are called their sitting pads.
They're sitting pads?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the deal with all the upside down cups?
To give them something to play with and interaction.
So do they actually put like little pieces of food underneath the cups?
I bet they do. No, there's 3 females and a male. Look how much bigger he is than what the females are.
Yeah, they think much little.
See how the enrichment activities they put in there for them? See, they're turning over the cups, see what's under there.
There was food under them.
That's one way to do it.
Now they have to eat the cups. That one's playing with newspaper.
Oh, you found something. Did you play with some cups? You want to play with cups?
Here's a banana.
Does he know how to peel a banana?
No, I think he just eats all of it.
And then Teddy's the one with the heart on his left side.
There's a heart on it.
On
One
his
of them
left
has a
side.
heart?
Yeah, he's in the middle right now.
Uh-huh.
And usually you'll see him going and running first, because usually he's like the big brother of the group. They are all brothers. But he's like the person that will go out and see like a
Now they're gonna
A strange
start
noise.
fighting.
yeah.
No, they're playing.
Oh, there is a heart on it.
Yeah.
I didn't see.
And then Dax is the one with the darker front legs.
Right.
Yeah, see how
on his
he's
left
like
side.
kind of walking first? That's
He's
like
the leader of the pack.
yeah.
About that.
One time a duck flew into their enclosure and guess what happened?
They played with it?
No, they caught it and they chased it and then they
Oh.
took it into their den.
And ate it?
I think so. But then guess what happened when a goose flew in there?
They did the same thing?
No, the goose chased them around and then they went into their den.
So the goose chased the dogs around and then flew away?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But you see how they have really big ears?
Uh-huh.
That's like a cooling system, so and like it goes down their back, and so they can cool themselves off because they don't pant like regular dogs. You'll like how much they play, you'll never see them pant because they just have their ears.
You're right. They don't have the tongue sticking out like a normal dog would.
Nope. But they would not make good pets.
Who has the strongest bite? The African wild dog is 340 pounds per square inch. That's the ones we just saw. Then the hyena is 1,100 pounds per square inch. Whereas your dog that you have at home has about 238 pounds of pressure per square inch. So which one has the biggest bite? The hyena, you're right.
It's crazy because if you think of a German Shepherd that the police have, 238 pounds.
So this is Vinny, our warthog. He's a brand new exhibit, part of our Gorongosa project we have here. Notice how long his hair is. I never knew that their hair was on their back was that long. And if you can look really close to his front legs, he is down on his knees. And often they do that so they can root better and get whatever bugs or fruit they're after.
Okay, with the warthog, do they really have warts?
They do. They have warts around their eyes. I think that helps protect them from other animals because they have those big tusks. If you lift his head, you'll be able to see his great big tusks.
I think he's too busy eating right now.
I think so. He is a pig.
Wait, warthogs are pigs?
What?
Well, I guess hog is a pig. Okay.
There you go. And there's a puddle out there somewhere that he likes to wallow around in the mud. See, there you go. So you can see his tusks.
Got it. Okay, he's gonna drive after.
There's 3 seats in here.
Nope, you can put him in the middle if you want. Put him in the middle?
Yeah.
I'm driving.
Mine's the youngest
And I'm
driving.
really dark, so let me.
That's my question. Okay, that's good.
Maybe she's driving because she's a better driver. Are you a better driver, Lily?
No, she can't even see.
It's okay, I can see through.
We can put a canteen or something under her. Maybe that's the equivalent of a phone book. Okay. Let's go.
So, sloth bears don't have front teeth. They get them when they're born, but then they lose them and they don't grow back. So that they can suck up the bugs and they'll go just straight through. But like,
Okay, one more.
you see how she's sucking them up through the tube? They don't. So they can purse their lips like you can, like from drinking from a straw. And when she does that, she can also plug up her nose. Because if they were in the wild, she'd probably get dirt up her nose if she couldn't plug them up. And Cat is scared.
Come here, Sarah.
But
Pick it up.
they're the only bears that carry their babies on their back. And they also fight tigers, which is why they have long claws for territory.
Why would they fight tigers?
If they want to eat like their child. If
For
they
protecting their babies?
Yeah.
Look how good Annie did.
Annie's older than me.
Okay. Pick it up.
Come on, Sarah.
I can't get it.
And that's all of her sucking it. There's no like machine in there.
Hurry up, I got 5 more.
There's no machine in there. That's all her just sucking it.
Wait, there isn't a machine?
No, she's
that's
just sucking.
That's her.
Oh, I didn't realize she was sucking it.
Yeah, just like a straw. That way you can see the bear.
I am too. Maybe I'm not up there.
Okay, I've got 2 more.
Okay, I'm done.
Lily?
Lily, you want to do it? No. Do you want to do any more?
Okay, here's last one, Lily. Okay, now look at, now for a second, she's going to turn, look at, watch her. She's going to come right, looking right over here, say, where's more? Now look at that face.
So where are they? Okay, let's go this way.
Okay, so this is Logan. He helps out a lot with the goats, and he knows all of their names.
I do. So in fact,
This guy right here, oh, right here, this is Goose. We have Mouse and we have Maverick. These three are brothers. There's one more brother. I'm not sure where he is right now. But they all have names and they all have their own great personality. Yeah.
Okay, what are the other names?
So, let's see here. So, we have the big brown one right here. His name is Ross. We have a Norwegian dwarf. He's the smallest one here. He's in the far corner. He's about to lay down, it looks like. His name is Sam. He's the youngest one here.
How do you for Sam? Sam's
Little guy, right?
Any cool facts you want to know about goats?
What are we feeding them?
So what you're feeding them is compacted hay and grass pellets. So basically what you're feeding them here is what they eat in the back over there.
Are we able to pet them?
Absolutely, yes. They love to be petted, especially in the back. Not so much the head, but they love to be scratched in the back.
Aww.
I don't know if they're goats or if they're pigs. They eat a lot.
Grab a couple. Look right here. Look.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
All right, guys, welcome to Butterflies in Bloom, sponsored by KTVB and Simplot. So we get all of our butterflies from Costa Rica in their chrysalis form, and we actually keep them in the room right behind you guys. And then when they hatch, we just let them out into the exhibit. We are actually, this is our last day of the exhibit, and so after today, we'll stop getting them and we'll just let all of our butterflies live out the rest of their lives in the exhibit, and then we'll reopen next year. Cool. Yeah. All right, if you guys want to take, yeah, we have a couple of guides here if you guys want to take a few. Oh, we're going to have to kind of share around, but
Perfect.
yeah, all right. Sounds good, and then you guys are all good to head on into the exhibit.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
You ready, Em?
All right, guys, enjoy the exhibit.
You ready?
Annie's the first one. She's the first one to get a butterfly on her. Butterfly guide to show us all the butterflies that we could be seeing today to help us identify what ones they are.
That one right there, Katie.
Oh, gotcha.
I think it's that one. Because you see how dark the brown is right here around the eye.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was this one. The giant owl. On the other side, I think. Oh,
The giant owl's doesn't have this darker brown right here.
Also, the blue
I was thinking it
morpho.
had the white part though on the outside.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's one of those. It's an owl.
Papa. Papa, there's some butterflies over here.
Oh, they're all
Yes, they're eating. And as they get more, during the day when it gets hotter, they get more active.
Right. So butterflies, their taste buds are in their feet.
Yeah. So they can taste whether there's food there or not.
Right. So when they land on you, maybe they're trying to see what you taste like. Yeah. You think?
They get spots.
Look at all these up here.
I know.
What one is that?
Oh my goodness.
I think it's a blue wing.
Oh my god.
Okay, every once in a while we do have a butterfly that escapes. That's what they want you to do, like the butterfly dance. Make sure there's no hitchhikers. And when a butterfly does escape, we have to use nets and go find it. We have like code butterfly that you'll hear every once in a while, and the keepers come and they chase down our butterflies and bring them back in here where they're to be safe. And it's usually the blue morphos right here.
Yeah, they fly a lot.
They are like the escape artists when I have worked in this room.
Yes.
So why do they have to chase it down?
We are held accountable for every butterfly. Our butterflies come from Costa Rica, and we are held accountable for every one of
Because
them.
they would be an invasive species.
I guess that's why, although I would love to have these butterflies in my backyard. Would that not be the most beautiful backyard ever?
So now we are in the kitchens of Zoo Boise, and we have our lovely friend Melissa. Our lovely friend Melissa that is going to be telling us what we get to do today.
Yep. So you guys are going to be prepping our anteater diets. This is going to be made for tomorrow. So we're going to make AM and PM diets.
So you guys can see over there we've got 4 dishes. So each one will get an AM and a PM. Mom and baby are sharing a dish at this time since baby isn't quite on her own, so she likes to eat with mom. So the first set over here is males, and the next set over there is females. So what we're going to do is we're going to make AM diet part first. So we'll put 1 dish there, that's the male, and one of you guys wants to grab that blue bowl. Perfect. So the morning diets are a little bit less with a bunch of stuff in it compared to the PMs. So in each one of these dishes, we're going to do some eggs. So these are just hard-boiled eggs without the shell. In this one here, we're going to do a total of 3. But what you want to do is with one of them, he gets the yolk and the whites. And then the other 2, he only gets the whites. So we actually want to remove the yolk and just go ahead and throw it away. Okay? So you're going to be in charge of male. And then for the female, hers is similar, except that she's going to get 4 because of the baby. So she's going to get 2 yolks and then 2 of them without the yolks.
So like just.
Yep, so you just go and break them open. Yep, so the first 2 can just be thrown in there.
How do we break them?
You just break it right in half. So go ahead and dump out the yellow stuff there.
What's the masher for?
When we mash everything up.
Oh.
Perfect.
How long have you been working here now?
I've been here for a little over 11 years.
11.
What's your favorite animal here?
The North American porcupines. So I love our animals that we have here locally in our area. Everybody always gets excited for like the giraffes and the tigers and all that good stuff, which I love them and everything too. But I also just really love just our surrounding wildlife that we have here, and so I'm always big on wanting to talk about those guys whenever I do a keeper chat or anything else, just because it's kind of cool to get everybody to think, oh, didn't even think about the types of animals that we have around here. And then if you think about it too, like over in India, our North American porcupines are exotic animals over there, so for them it's like, oh my gosh, super cool, we've never seen anything that's like this. So yeah, so they're my favorite. All right, so you got your 4 eggs and you got a total of 3 eggs there. Perfect. So then the next thing that they're gonna get is some avocados. Yeah, so he's gonna get a half of an avocado, and then she's gonna get a half plus an 1/8.
Okay.
Is what it is. So you do have a spoon here, so what you wanna do is you just wanna dig it out.
Yeah.
And then you're just gonna put it into the bowl. I just have the one, so we'll just share.
Over the bowl in case it drops.
You want to do one of these?
Perfect.
Which one? This one? No. No, you have to wait until it's good. Yeah.
Well, she got her fill off us. Pretty. All right, and then just go pass on the spoon to her. And then for you, what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start mashing it all together. Okay?
Does this look like your breakfast at home, Lily?
Nope. I don't know.
Well, I want the avocado with the breakfast, not the eggs.
Well, maybe you should try it. Just get like a bowl of cereal, put some avocados, some eggs in it, mash it together. Give us your opinion.
But this isn't cereal.
Well,
It could
it's kind
look
of
like cereal.
Like
It's
their
cereal to
version of it's like their version of cereal. So it's got all their vitamins and minerals in it.
What is it like made of?
So this one is called insectivore chow. So it's chow that's specifically made for animals that eat a lot of insects. In a zoo setting, it's not very feasible to give them as much insects as they would get in the wild. When places to store them, keep them alive, all that fun stuff. Plus you need a lot of variety. So we do offer insects, but this stuff is made so they still are getting all that extra vitamins and minerals. And they happen to really love it too. So that's always a bonus with it.
So,
Perfect.
what other jobs have you had at the zoo?
So I'm what's called the assistant curator. So I actually oversee all of the animal care staff here. So I started off as a part-time keeper, worked my way up to full-time. I was a lead keeper for 5 years, so I oversaw all the keeper staff here. And then just this last November, I became assistant. So outside of just being also doing animal care, I also do a lot of the paperwork, the budgeting, the produce ordering, food ordering, period. So a lot more of the paperwork version that people don't really think about in a zoo. There's a lot of paperwork. I'm also in charge of all of our permits in order for us to get animals and to house animals here. So I have to make sure all of our permits are up to date and reapply for them every year, plus send in the required inventory reports that all the permits require. And then if we're also receiving or sending out animals, I'm responsible for all of that too. So coordinating with other institutions.
You have a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of paperwork, but I actually really do enjoy it. So outside of that, if we're also short-staffed, I can literally take care of every animal that we have here in the zoo and also help cover here in commissary. So I do a lot of stuff.
Yes, you do.
All right, so the next thing that you guys are gonna do is you guys are gonna do the PM version now. So yep, so go ahead and hand for that one. Perfect. So in the PMs, they have some of the similar things, and then some of the stuff is a little bit different. So it's still insectivore chow, and so we're gonna do eggs just like we did for the morning diet. So you're gonna have a total of 4. You're gonna have a total of 3. 1 egg yolk for you, 2 egg yolks for you.
So they were curious, what do you feed your mealworms?
So they get what's called bran. So it's a product that you can just buy like at D&B or the
It
mill.
came out so perfect.
Nice. That doesn't happen very often. So that stuff just has like already some of the food sources that they need in there, and then we'll also put some carrots in there too. Most of them though don't really need to be fed all that often or for very long, because they're quickly become food sources. So
Gotcha.
yes.
How's yours coming, Lily?
Not too well, but
And it doesn't have to be pretty. Trust me, they don't mind.
They'll eat it any way you give it to them.
Exactly. Well, sort of.
Oh, they will. Are they
Sort of.
picky at times?
Sometimes. So our female, in addition to all of this, when we actually go feed her, we put water in her, so it gets it all mushy and kind of like really weird looking. He likes his dry. If you offer him wet, he refuses to eat it. If you offer her dry, she refuses to eat it. So they can be picky. All right, so we got our eggs in there. So next you guys are going to squeeze the juice out of the oranges. You're going to get 1 and basically a quarter, and you're going to get a half of one, and you're just going to squeeze it in there.
Why do they need the orange?
So they really like the citrus, so it's extra smelly. It just kind of makes everything a little more appetizing.
So you know how he likes his dry?
Mm-hmm.
What if, like, one time you give it to him and the orange is extra juicy? What if he doesn't eat it?
So there's not enough wetness in this to make it mushy or anything. So, because if we're gonna add water to hers, it would be like 5 cups of water. So it's a lot of water to make it really mushy. Perfect. And then we can just throw those into the.
How long does it take you a day to make all the food for the animals?
It's pretty much an all day thing, but we kind of have a system where we have certain diets that we make today for first thing in the morning, so they're just ready for the keepers. So I mean, the end goal is just make sure all of that day's diets are ready to go. And then outside of diet prep, we still also have to do stocking. There's cleaning in here too. We have USDA. This is one of the locations that they come often. So they check and make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be, like everything is clean. We have daily, weekly, and monthly project cleaning stuff we do in here. They check our fridges to make sure our fridges are kept at certain temperatures. Do we have food separated like it's supposed to be? Are we prepping our fruits and veggies separate from our meat diets? And then where do we wash all of our dishes? So you don't want to have like dirty dishes around your clean dishes as you're prepping food and all that fun stuff. All right, so the next step is you guys are going to add bananas. This is without a peel, so you're going to get a half, and you're going to get 1 1/8 or a half and an eighth.
Peel it.
Peel it and just put it in their hole, or you can break it up into chunks. You could probably start on the end there.
this end?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest animal food that you prepare?
I don't know if there really is like a weird animal food, to be honest. I think I've been doing it too long for it to be weird now.
When you first started out, did you have a problem with like the mealworms or any of the weird ones?
I didn't.
No, I came from a rescue place before here, so we did all carnivores there. So all of our donations were meat type of stuff, and so once you learn to work with meat, even fresh meat, nothing else really seems that bad. All right, perfect. So then the last step is going to be yogurt. So you're going to do 1 full scoop, and then you're going to do 1 scoop, and then you're going to do 1/4 of a scoop. Okay.
So not so.
Yeah, not quite that big. I did say scoop, to be fair. All right. So what we want to do, because he's going to get like a tablespoon of scoop, you do like a nice little even thing, and then that way it's even across.
You can use your finger to get it out.
Yeah. Perfect. And then you're going to start mashing yours up again.
So, yeah.
How do they like these stuff?
They love this stuff.
Okay. And Sarah, you want to do the 1/4?
Probably their favorite portion on these diets are going to be the eggs. They love the eggs.
I don't.
What time of day do they feed the anteaters?
So they get it fed once in the morning, once in the PM. It kind of varies. It just kind of depends on what the keeper's schedule looks like at that moment. And then how willing the anteaters are also to get up and move around too. Ours tend to sleep in, especially our female. So usually they definitely will get it by like 10:30 or so in the mornings. And then in the PMs, it's usually going to be more towards the end of the day. So somewhere between like 3:30 and 4:30.
And we're going to go over and see the anteaters. I know the mama's Gloria.
Mama's Gloria, and then her baby is Maisie,
And
and then our male is Macaulay.
Macaulay?
Macaulay.
Okay.
Yep, and they are SSP recommended, so these two were hooked up together per SSP, which is a species survival plan, because their genetics are a good match. And so this would be their 2nd baby that they've had. And so after these guys, after Maisie gets old enough to be weaned and out on her own, she'll be leaving for another institution, and then I believe SSP does want us to breed ours again.
So does what is SSP?
Species survival plan, so they are what oversees, there's a different group for each species of animal, and so it's a group of people, and basically their job is to keep track of all of the animals within that species, who's breeding with who's born where, who's living with who's at what institution, and then they make recommendations on who should breed with each other. So one, it just kind of helps all of the zoos to be able to communicate a little bit easier, so we don't crossbreed any relatives or anything. But also, if you've got a species that doesn't have very good genetic diversity, they're going to know who's going to want to breed with who better. So some species it's not like super important, like North American porcupines, they're like everywhere. There's not really much to be worried about them. And so they just keep track of who's who, and if it's time for, like you're looking for a female, they'll say, oh, this place has a female, there's no way it's related to yours. That's really good, a good one. But if it's like the snow leopards, they're very particular, and it's this one breeds with this one. Like with our anteater, Maisie, we didn't actually have a say where she's going. SSP has already tagged her to go to another place, and they already have a male that they're interested for her specifically. And again, it's just all to help with the genetics. So, perfect. Okay. All right. So last part of that is we're just going to put the PM on the bottom of the AM. And then we just put a little label over the top so the keepers know which one's supposed to go to female and which one goes to goes to male. And that's it. Your diet. Thank you very much.
Hard-boiled eggs, avocado, banana. He gets lots of food. Look how long his nose is.
And orange.
Yep, orange juice. Did you know, in the wild, Grandma said that they eat 18,000 ants a day. Whoa. That would have to be a lot of ants if they only fed them ants while they were here. Good thing they supplement it with everything else.
And also for them, the mamas carry the babies on their back until the babies are almost the same size as mama.
Really?
The other day Macy, the baby was on top of mama, the Gloria, and it was a lot of weight. Mama kept trying to sit down to get the baby off, and the baby's like, nope, not yet.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it just changes his life.
Hey, leave it in there, boy.
How's it going, guys? Hi. We'll just take one piece at a time. Straight up.
So this is Jabari.
He's probably not going to eat that. It might be too little for him.
Too little.
He's a big guy.
Why
That's a long time. You gotta let him take it. Let him take it. There you go.
Like that.
He licked me.
So Jabari is 9 years old. Yeah, 16 feet tall. And how long do you think that tongue is? Lily, stick out your tongue. His tongue is longer. Annie, you can try.
I'm assuming you cannot pet him. He does not like my touch. I wish, but
Oh my gosh, look at this.
not his favorite. That's why we wash our hands. It's just like getting
It is like good luck when you get giraffe slobbers. It's really good.
How long does it been?
So what are those girls? What are those horns?
I think
it's about 6 or 7 feet.
Do you know what they're called? You don't know what those
Oh,
horns
I
are called?
forgot I have it.
He didn't forget you had one. Those are called possum.
It's a part of his skull. That's why he's got all of those funny little bumps. It's called ossification. Probably not. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming by.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post a new video.